Hello guys, in the last video we had seen how to make the electronic structure of an atom. So in this video we are going to see about the ion formation. But before that, if you're new to my channel, please do like, share and subscribe with your friend. And now let's start our ion formation. So in the previous video I had told you that how the electronic configuration is there. So just a quick recall. So if we have like Na, that is 11, here is 23, so electron is 11, proton is 11, and the neutron is 23 minus 11, that is equal to 12. And in the electronic configuration, it's a K, L, and M. The K contain 1 electron, the L contain 8 electron, and this one contain your 1 electron is there. So 2, 8, and 1, as you can see, together is a 11. In the neutral state, I told you about that one, that all the proton equal to the electron. It means 11 positive charge, we have 11 negative charge, and they both gonna cancel each other. That's why the atom has a zero charge. But now today we are going to see how the atom, you had seen sometimes the atom develop a positive charge, sometimes the atom develop a negative charge, sometimes it's a plus one, sometimes it's a plus two, sometimes it's a minus two, minus four. How it is going to be done, that we are going to see in this class. But before that, there is a something for you. So as you can see it here, periodic table. Periodic table is just like a house for our elements. So as you can see, look at here guys, this is the group. It means in this way we are going to represent our group, and this is my period. So here we are going to represent our period thing is there, right? So as you can see, we have total 18 of the group, but this blue color, you know, these are the transition element. Though they are metals, but they have some different characteristic, like they are very hard, they are performing, they are making the color compounds, they can show different valencies. So we are just keeping it apart, and we are counting as like this: group 1, 2, this is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, so here we are going to focus about this group 1, 2, 3 or 13, 4 or 14, 5 or 15, 6 or 16, 7 or 17, and 8 and 18. As you can see, this group number 18, this is my noble gas group. This means everybody want to achieve this state because they are saturated. They are highly unreactive. They are not reactive at all. They are quite saturated. So everybody want to achieve that state. Now for that, somebody is going to lose something and somebody is going to gain something. So when they are losing, they become positive, and when they are gaining, they become negative. So how we are going to discuss, how we are going to see, let's see with the example here. So I took calcium, right? Calcium. Calcium is 20 here and 40 here. Now, for converting into the ions, we don't require the mass number. We just require the number of proton, or we can say atomic number. So here proton is 20, right? Electron is also 20. The configuration is what? 2, 8, 8, and 2. If you had a problem how I'm writing this configuration, please visit my previous videos. There the complete explanation for this one. So here, as we can see, the last orbit contain 2 electrons, right? So the last orbit contain 2 electrons. So this is very important. This is going to tell you everything about the element. So last elements means they are going to tell us about the group. So since it contains 2 electrons, so it belongs to the group 2. Group 2, group 1, 2 and 3, they are considered as a metal group. Group 5, 6 or 7, or you can say 15, 16, 17, they are considered as a non-metal group. And group 8 or 18 is considered as a noble gas group. I mean, there are so many groups are there, but right now we are just categorizing into this part. So metal group, non-metal group. So as you can see, ending with the number 2, it is belong to the group 2. It means it's a metal. And metal is known as a donor, right? Non-metal is the acceptor. Now, why the metal is a donor, right? As I told you that everybody want to achieve the noble gas configuration, right? Where is my calcium? My calcium is in this state, right? There is my calcium. Am I right? This is my calcium. Now look at here calcium. In this group, the noble gas is what? This krypton is a noble gas. So it means it has to travel this much to reach the krypton. And nearest is the argon, right? So it can go in this way also, clockwise and anti-clockwise. Now, which one is nearest? Obviously, argon is nearest, right? And one more thing. This is my k orbit. This is my l orbit. This is my m orbit. And this is my n orbit, right? I told you that n can have maximum 8 number of electron, right? Now, currently the n has how much? Only 2. It needs 6 more electron to complete the stable gas configuration. The stable gas configuration means the last orbit should contain the 8 electron. So here it needs 6 more electron to complete its octet. Now, those who have a 6 electron, they want just 2 electron to complete the octet. So why should they are going to give it? So rather than accepting the electron, it is going to lose this 2 electron, and in this way, now my L orbit is going to be, the N orbit is going to lose 2 electron, and the calcium will develop 2 charges. Now how? Since we have 20 proton, right? And 20 electron in this neutral state. 20 proton means we have 20 plus charges. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20, right? Same way we have the 20 negative charges, correct? Now, 2 electron is donated. 2 electrons are donated means 2 is gone. So this is gone and this is gone. Look, now this 20, out of this 20, 2 is gone. So 18 electron left, right? Now this 18 electron is compensated by the 18 positive. But what about this 2 positive? There is nobody to compensate this one. That's why it will develop plus 2 charge. Okay. So in this way, the positive ion is going to form. Let's take one more example. Here I'm taking the case of a magnesium. Or let's take the example of aluminum together, magnesium and aluminum, right? Magnesium is 12 and aluminum is 13. So 12 means the electron is also 12, right? And here the electron is 13. If we are going to divide into the configuration, it is 2, 8, and 3. And here also, sorry, 2, 8, and 2. And here is a 2, 8, and 3, right? Now, look at here. Ending with the 2 means group 2. This is my group 2. Ending with the 3 means this is my group 3. Since they both are metal, so metal is known for the donor and they want to achieve the noble gas configuration. So rather than accepting 6 or a 5 electron, they are going to prefer to lose this electron. So now we have 12 proton, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Same way, we have the 12 electron in the neutral state. Now 2 gone. So this is balanced by this one. So 2 left. That's why Mg is going to develop the plus 2 charge. For the aluminum, the last orbit contained 3 electrons. So 3 electron is compensated by the 3 proton. Now, since the last orbit is vanished, right? It means all these 3 gone. So it has a 3 charge here and we can write Al plus 3. Okay. So the group 1, group 2, and group 3. The group 1 will develop a plus 1 charge because there is only one electron in the outermost orbit. It will develop a plus 2 charge and it will develop a plus 3 charge because this is the electron developed is there, right? Now let's go back to the non-metal. So as I told you, metal is a donor, so non-metal is acceptor. Now take the example of a fluorine, as you can see here in the periodic table. Here is my fluorine, right? So the next noble gas is which one? The next noble gas is a neon. So it is want to achieve the noble gas configuration of a neon. Let's see how. So there is a 9 and this is your 19. So it means proton and the electron both are 9 in the outermost orbit, right? And the configuration is 2 and 7. Now look, this is my k orbit. So k is 2, it is filled, and this is my L orbit, which is 7. It required one more electron to fulfill its shell so that it can move to the next state, that is the noble gas configuration. So rather than losing 7 electron, it is going to accept 1 electron. So how the charge is going to be changed. So earlier 9 proton. Why I'm doing this one? So that it will be easy to understand, right? And 9 electrons, right? Now it is going to accept one more electron. So one more electron, right? Now to balance this one, we don't have any charge because this 9 positive is balancing the other 9 negative and one more is coming here so that it become 8. So here one is coming. So that's why the fluorine develop a negative charge. Same way for the oxygen is ending with the 6. So it need 2, so it will develop a negative 2 charge. So the group 5 or 15, it will develop negative 3 charge because they have the 5 electron in outermost orbit. Group 6 or 16, they will develop a negative 2 charge because they have 6 electron in outermost orbit. And group 7 and 17 will develop a negative 1 charge because they have the 7 electron in their outermost orbit. So in this way, they are developing the charge. So to summarize this one, this is group 1, 2, and 3. These are my metal group and they known for the donor. So this is donating 1 electron. So that's why positive 1 charge, positive 2 charge, and positive 3 charge. This is my non-metals. Non-metals, group 5, negative 3 charge because it is accepting 3 electron. Group 6, negative 2 charge. And group 7, negative 1 charge. In this way, they are going to develop the charges. So here just for the example, Na plus, Mg2 plus because it belongs to the group 2. Aluminum 3 plus belong to the group 3. Then nitrogen 3 minus belong to the group 5. Oxygen 2 minus belong to the group 6 and chlorine minus belong to the group 7. So these are my non-metals or these are my metals. They are also called as positive ions. Ions means they have some charge. Since they have the positive charge, so they are the positive ion. And this is also called as the negative ion. Now negative ion, where it will go? It will go to the positive part of the battery. If you connected a battery, so it will go to the positive part of the battery. And this will go to the negative part of a battery. So these are also known as a cation because negative plate is the cathode. And this is also known as an anion because the positive plate of the battery is the anode. So in this way, we can make our ions from the neutral atom. Always keep in mind group 1, 2, and 3. They are the metal, they known as a donor, and they will develop the charge according to their group +1, +2, +3. Same for the non-metals, they are known as an acceptor, and they will develop a charge -3, -2, and -1. So in this way, we can convert the atoms into the ions and then we can perform the chemical reactions, formation of molecules and all. So for this one, you have to visit my another video where we are going to see how we can make a compound and what is the procedure for giving the name of the compound. So if you like my video, please do like, share and subscribe. And that's all for the ionic formation. If you have any comment, please drop in the comment box and you will get your answers. So that's all for today. Thank you so much. Bye bye.